The Johnson family home buzzed with activity. The air was filled with the sounds of laughter, chatter, and the occasional clatter of dishes as breakfast was hastily consumed. Sunday morning had arrived, and everyone was getting ready for church. The children scrambled to find their shoes, while Mr. Johnson searched for his favorite tie. Mama Johnson, the heart of the family, hummed a gospel tune while ironing her pristine white garment. Her voice, soft yet powerful, filled the room with a sense of peace and purpose.
Humming.
Her husband, Mr. Johnson, a man known for his booming laughter and even louder singing voice, practiced his hymns in the bathroom, his deep baritone echoing off the tiles. Much to the amusement of their youngest son, little Timmy. Timmy's giggles were infectious, spreading joy throughout the house. Timmy, full of mischief and questions, wondered why they couldn't just talk to God at home. His curiosity was endless, and his questions often left the family in stitches.
Why do we gotta go to church, Daddy? Can't God hear us in our pajamas?
God hears us everywhere, Timmy. Whether we're in our pajamas or our Sunday best, He listens to our prayers. But church is our special time to come together as a family. It's a place where we can connect with our community, share our joys and sorrows, and find strength in our faith, and give thanks for all His blessings. It's a time to reflect on the week gone by and to prepare our hearts for the week ahead. The Johnsons cherished these moments, knowing that their faith and family were the cornerstones of their lives.
Piling into their trusty minivan, the Johnsons set off towards the Celestial Church of Christ, their sanctuary every Sunday. The minivan, a symbol of their weekly pilgrimage, carried not just their bodies, but their hopes, dreams, and the weight of the past week. Each Sunday, this journey was a time for reflection and anticipation, a moment to reconnect with their faith and each other. As they drove, they discussed the week gone by, their voices a symphony of shared joys and concerns. The car was filled with laughter as they recounted funny moments, and a touch of solemnity as they shared their worries. It was a moving tapestry of their lives, woven together with threads of love and understanding.
Remember, children, we must love our neighbors, even when they're a little prickly. It's easy to love those who are kind to us, but true love is shown when we can be kind to those who challenge us. This is the essence of our faith and the teachings we hold dear.
Mama Johnson reminded them of the importance of forgiveness. She spoke of how holding on to grudges only weighs us down, and how letting go can set us free. Forgiveness, she said, is not just for others, but for our own peace of mind, and reminded them of the Sermon on the Mount as they passed by Mrs. Peterson's house. The words of the sermon echoed in their minds, a gentle reminder to be compassionate and understanding, even when it was difficult. Mrs. Peterson was known for her sharp tongue, and Timmy had gotten in trouble for making faces at her cat earlier that week. The incident had been a lesson for Timmy, a reminder that actions have consequences, and that respect is a two-way street. Arriving at the church, they were greeted with warm smiles and handshakes. The church community was like an extended family, a place where they felt welcomed and loved. It was a sanctuary not just in name, but in spirit, a place where they could find solace and strength for the week ahead. The Celestial Church of Christ pulsed with life. Vibrant colors adorned the walls, and the air hummed with anticipation. The Johnson family found their usual spot, joining the congregation in welcoming the new week with open hearts. The service began, a beautiful tapestry of prayer, music, and sermons. The choir, their voices soaring, filled the room with powerful gospel melodies that resonated deep within the souls of the congregation. Timmy, initially fidgety, found himself captivated by the music, his small feet tapping along to the rhythm. The sermon that Sunday focused on the unwavering faith of the prophets, as described in Hebrews 11. Pastor Williams, a charismatic speaker, brought the stories of old to life, weaving tales of courage, sacrifice, and unwavering trust in God's plan.
Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Like Abraham, who trusted God even when he didn't understand, we must walk by faith, not by sight.
His words resonated with Mr. Johnson, who had been facing challenges at work. Section 5, Faith like Abraham. Mr. Johnson, facing uncertainty about his job, found solace in Pastor Williams's words. He remembered Abraham's unwavering faith and how God had always provided, even in the face of adversity.
He whispered a silent prayer, asking for strength and guidance. He knew that even if things didn't go as planned, God had a purpose for him. In that moment, a sense of peace washed over him. He knew he wasn't alone in his struggles.
Section 6, Doubts and Whispers. In the quiet, sacred space of the church, the congregation gathered, their voices rising in unison, creating a harmonious blend of faith and devotion. As the service continued, Mama Johnson, a figure of unwavering faith, noticed a young woman sitting alone in the back, her shoulders slumped with sadness, her eyes reflecting a deep, unspoken sorrow. Mama Johnson, a pillar of strength and compassion, gently approached the woman, offering a warm smile and a listening ear. Her presence was like a beacon of hope, radiating kindness and understanding.
The young woman, Sarah, confided in Mama Johnson about her doubts and fears. She spoke of the heavy burden she carried, the uncertainty that clouded her mind, and the loneliness that gripped her heart. She felt lost and alone, unsure of her path in life. The weight of her struggles seemed too much to bear, and she questioned her place in the world. Mama Johnson listened patiently, her heart filled with understanding. She knew the pain of doubt and the fear of the unknown, having faced her own trials and tribulations. She shared her own experiences, reminding Sarah that even in moments of darkness, God's light is always present. She spoke of the times when she too had felt lost, but had found solace in her faith.
She shared her own experiences, reminding Sarah that even in moments of darkness, God's light is always present. She encouraged Sarah to hold on to hope, to trust in the journey, and to believe that brighter days were ahead.
Drawing upon the teachings of Matthew 6, Mama Johnson reminded Sarah of the power of prayer.
When you feel lost, dear Sarah, go to your Father in heaven. Pour your heart out to him, for he already knows your every need.
Together they bowed their heads in prayer, seeking guidance, strength, and peace. As they prayed, a sense of calm enveloped them. Sarah felt a glimmer of hope ignite within her. She realized she wasn't alone in her struggles. After the service, the congregation gathered outside the church, sharing food, laughter, and fellowship. The aroma of fried chicken, collard greens, and sweet potato pie filled the air, a testament to Mama Johnson's legendary culinary skills.
Timmy, come on, let's play tag.
Timmy, his earlier questions forgotten, ran around with the other children, their laughter echoing through the churchyard.
You know, this upcoming church picnic is going to be something special.
Mr. Johnson, feeling renewed by the service and Mama Johnson's unwavering faith, joined the men in a lively discussion about the upcoming church picnic. The music, filled with hope and faith, seemed to reverberate through the very air, a testament to the power of their shared belief. Even little Timmy, his voice a sweet melody amongst the others, sang with all his might, his face radiant with joy. S4. Media. Joyful child singing in church, child smiling during church service, sunset through church windows with congregation. This song always makes me feel so happy. Narrator. As the sun began to set, signaling the end of their Sunday gathering, the Johnsons stood with the congregation, their voices joining in a final soul-stirring hymn. As they piled back into their minivan, the Johnson family carried the spirit of the day with them. They had laughed, they had prayed, they had been uplifted by the power of their faith.
Today was truly a blessing.
They knew that life's journey would have its share of challenges, but they also knew that with God by their side, they could face anything. And so, they drove off into the setting sun, their hearts filled with gratitude, their spirits renewed, ready to face the week ahead together.